So just like a gun scope, we have two axes that we line up a load with. We've got the east and west, and we've got the north and south axes when we line up anything in the crosshairs of a gun. We also use this, these two axes, when we line up a load in a crane. So we've got a franner here, The slew is the north and south, We line up the north and south, of the boom into the middle of the load. So we're standing at north here, Then we have to go 90 degrees to line up the other axes, just like a gun. So I have to stand at either east or west to line up the other axes. So that's what we'll do. And I'm standing 90 degrees from the boom. Now it's in the center of the top sheaves and the center of the hook, down to the center of the load, Now what happens is this load is square with the crane. So not only am I 90 degrees from the boom, but I'm also center of this face of the load. Now where we go wrong is we now believe that where I should be standing is in the center of the face of the load all the time. And that's incorrect, and I'll show you why. Well, now we're not square to the face of the load. We're actually still 90 degrees from the crane. So what happens is people think you need to be in the middle of this one face of the load here, but you're actually in no man's land. You're not looking at any of those axes, If this was still the same way, you would actually be over here on a diagonal, There's no axes there. We don't stand there. You're somewhere in between the slew and the jib. You're in no man's land, So that's why it's always 90 degrees from the boom, and not the load. The load can be any orientation. We have to stay, 90 degrees from the boom. Not the load. We wouldn't stand over here or the other side to get the jib, We're in no man's land, sort of in between the slew and the jib. 90 degrees from the boom. And in the center of the load, but in any orientation, we have to stand 90 degrees from the boom,